All right. That's going to be a really short tour and very rough of the current state of Casting Networks, who owns LA Casting and other casting online services throughout the country. Today's date is January 11th, 2024. I was just informed that 3 weeks ago they changed their billing and their service options. One of the options that was added is this thing here, if you're in the premium. Role Tracker or Auditions. So in Role Tracker, you can actually see the role that you submitted for, the type that it was, and the status. Now, this is the interesting thing. They give you 3 categories for your status: submitted, under consideration, or selected. Now, from the lowest tier to the highest tier is submitted, because they didn't look at your submission. Let's face it. You sent it in, nobody cares, nobody looked. The next tier would be selected, which is not on this particular screen, but I have a few, where they've put a check mark on you, and you're one of the people that they're going to review. Then the third tier is under consideration. Now, at that point, they've probably selected you, either called you in for an audition, asked for additional materials, and that sort of thing. And as you can see here, if I scroll, I mean, this goes way back. They go back to something like 10, and there's one of those selected ones. They go back to about 10,000 things. So the other feature in the new premium edition on LA Casting or Casting Networks is that you can actually see your audition. They have the date it was completed and which profile you used. For example, here was my personal profile, and here was one through my agent, the casting office, the project, and the media that you sent in. Well, that's all well and good, but to me, it's a rearview mirror situation. I submit, I'm done. I don't need to sit there and look back at the history of submissions that I've created, as interesting as it may be. So the next thing I want to discuss is membership and billing. Okay, so I have basically put in here, give me 1 second. You have 3 different versions now: free, essential, and premium. And then the interesting thing is, look at that whopping price difference between essential and premium. But if you look down here and you do a comparison of the features, you'll see that just about all of the features are available in essential, except for 2, which are available in premium. And those are the 2 that I was just reviewing. View all completed media requests in your auditions and track your submissions with Role Tracker. At this time, that's not worth it to me. I believe, and I'll check with my agents, that they have everything they need without me sitting there and, again, looking in the rear view mirror about the status of my submissions. Another thing that I learned on my phone call was that it says that I'm on premium monthly. That's not actually true. I have to log out and get back in. I downgraded to essential. Is that we have all these media photos, right? And notice this little NA. Well, as of 3 weeks ago, this media was already uploaded to my unlimited profile for free, so it is not counting towards any media limits that I have. You can see, for example, I have only 2.8 megabytes of the 1 gigabyte limited in my essential tier profile. That's because that 2.4 megabytes was an audition that I loaded up. So they're not only counting new media that you add to your media bin, but new media that you've uploaded for the purpose of auditions. That being said, I am told that you can also take things and archive them so they are not counted towards your media limitation total. There's some kind of button down here where you can archive a photo, and it won't be viewable to any producers or casting directors, but it's something that I guess you can pull up if you want to. All right. Again, that's the Casting Networks update. Hope you've enjoyed it. I spoke with them on the phone. Oh, yeah, one other thing. I called Casting Networks and I said, about 8 times per day, I receive the same notification: 4 new roles available for you. And it's the same 4 roles every single time. But guess what? That is a known issue. and they're working on it. Ay, 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 ay.